The BJP heading for a stunning defeat, particularly in Uttar Pradesh, in 2 seats that they held, both the seats of the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister. The SP, the Samajwadi Party, has taken a significant lead in both these seats. There are still some rounds of votes to be counted. So unless there is some dramatic change in those last rounds, it really does look like the BJP is headed for a shock defeat, particularly in Gorakhpur, the seat that Yogi Adityanath has held for 5 terms. He had to vacate that seat, of course, when he became Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh last year. But a year is clearly a very, very long time in politics. After the BJP's sweeping victory in UP exactly a year ago, now there has been this stunning upset with Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati coming together in these by-polls and showing that if they do come together, then they can be a formidable force to take on the BJP. In Bihar as well, we are seeing a result where the RJD, despite Lalu Yadav's various troubles with the law, is convincingly winning the Araria Lok Sabha by-poll. The by-poll was a big test for the BJP-JDU alliance in that seat, and this has gone the RJD's way as well. Let's just go across to my colleague Sunetra Chaudhary, who's at Parliament here. Alok Pandey joining us from Lucknow this afternoon. Sunetra, we saw pictures earlier of Amit Shah going to the BJP office. There are also reports that the state BJP president has been called to Delhi. What are the murmurs in the BJP at the moment? I'm sure Gorakhpur in particular was totally unexpected.
It is unexpected. In fact, I was just speaking to a BJP leader from Uttar Pradesh who said, first of all, he pointed to the fact that it seems that their cadres, their workers were obviously not mobilized enough. They're pointing to the fact that if you look at the turnout wasn't impressive. It was less than 50%. And so they say that the problem would have been that they took Gorakhpur for granted, that the workers got complacent, that they weren't mobilized enough. So that is one initial kind of reaction that we are seeing. They also pointed out that, of course, that they will be looking at the larger picture, how to fix this. But they also point out that it's not that much of a setback. Some other MPs also coming out and saying that let's see how it happens, let's see the final result. But many know that's perhaps a foregone conclusion, that in Uttar Pradesh, just a year, more than a year after Yogi Adityanath came into government, this may be seen as the biggest perhaps verdict on how his first year of government has been, how the people, his area, and he of course is someone who has been a 5-time, 6-time MP from Gorakhpur. It's his constituency. So it's hard for the BJP to not take this as a reflection, as a verdict on Yogi Adityanath themselves. And perhaps, of course, tying up with the larger role, Nidhi, it's of course the bad news continuing with all their by-poll results. The last 2 were Rajasthan, where it was a shocking defeat for them. It was, of course, expected, not like today's one, which wasn't expected, because till now what the opposition were looking out for, the opposition, many of them met last night at Sonia Gandhi's dinner. The Congress's performance is another thing, of course, which we'll talk about, but all of them met last night, and one of the things that they were looking out for is to say that, look, will they be able to reduce those lakh plus margins or not? And they seem to have sufficiently done that in both the seats in Phulpur and in Gorakhpur. So that's perhaps the good news. RJD, of course, was expecting yesterday. Meesa Bharti was in Parliament speaking to all reporters. They were expecting a good result and good outcome. They had in fact pointed out that Jitan Ram Manji had perhaps also seen which way the wind was blowing, and that's why had made a comeback as well. So it's interesting to see how the BJP, when it gives its eventual, we've seen people like some BJP leaders speak up and give a statement, but when they finally analyze this, give a reaction, how they see it, because what is very, very clear is that before 2019, while they were celebrating the Northeast as a complete validation of Prime Minister Modi's 4-year term that has been there till now, they can't be so certain of this ahead of 2019.